People of the world, we are the three philosophers. We're here to talk about everything. We're here to talk about nothing. Hopefully, we're here to talk about something that interests you, excites you, makes you go, Today, we've got our second CBD product giveaway. The Three Philosophers last week episode, was that 31? 32? Episode 32, we did our giveaway, which was a CBD package from Ion CBD. But Ion CBD, Mr. Chris, the owner here, has their own giveaway, which we're going to have to step up our game because their package was worth
$400.
Yeah, way more than ours was.
I'm not that kind of baller status.
Pretty exciting. So let's do the giveaway.
Awesome. So I guess that I should introduce the winner,
Hello.
Miss Kate Lamb.
Hi.
And you are from Pensacola, correct?
I am from Pensacola.
Yes, and you currently use our products right now.
I have been. I've been using CBD for 2 months now, going on 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
And what are the results that you've had from it?
I suffer a lot from anxiety and depression, which is mostly what I'm using it for. I have noticed a big difference. I wake up happy in the morning, and I'm using it like medicine, so I actually remember to take it, which was my big problem with my other medication. And I don't know, I just enjoy it. I enjoy the days more. I'm less anxious. I'm able to do social things like this. I would have never been able to do this 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, well,
No.
I'm definitely in the same boat as you. And I rely on this stuff, and I think that you're really, really going to like this. So this is the giveaway package right here.
I'm so excited.
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
It's by Hemp Lucid. And this is actually what I use on a daily basis. So you have CBD dab wax, which
Nice.
Yes.
Dab
I
wax.
personally. And these are just single serving syringes of 2 items that are already in here. One's the hemp seed oil, which is what I recommend. I use that on a daily basis and love it. I actually add it to some of my salads and some of my wraps.
Looks like your wax.
So it's just like an olive oil,
Yeah.
but
It's
CBD.
a little earthier, yeah. It
Nice.
tastes great. I like it, but I like olive
And
oil
what are-
too, and some people don't.
What are these for?
They're just single serving dosages of what's already in of two of the bottles that are already in here.
So that's the oil, and you can just like
And the other one is for a vape.
for vape. Okay, yeah, because it's got the gel.
Right.
Nice.
And I believe that should go in the vape.
I was
if
going to
you-
say I might
You know,
let
go ahead and
my-
use it.
Yes. Mine is empty. I used the last of it last night.
the vape additive.
Yes, because what I like to do is the night before when I'm going to bed, I will fill my vape pen up. That way, first thing in the morning, I usually feel really anxious starting my day.
Yep.
So I immediately start out with this. And then I take my oil. I'm taking the Charlotte's Web right now, but...
Now, when you say starting your day, do you mean like right after you get up and stuff like that?
Oh, yes. Like it's my coffee.
Yeah. Do you know the reason for that? From the research that I've done, I find that, I've found that it's been proven that your body naturally generates and produces more cortisol in the mornings right after you wake up. So at those times you're more prone to be more anxious in the mornings rather than in the evenings.
So that's why everyone wants a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Because they're grumpy.
Yeah.
Because it's more cortisol.
Yeah. And cortisol can bring on an
stress
anxiety
hormone.
attack. Yep. Yeah. So I've actually never used that in one of those, but I'm assuming that it should work just as good because it doesn't have any of that, CBD sediment floating around.
Now, all
in it.
this stuff is all full spectrum?
Yeah, all of this is full spectrum, but they're just in different delivery systems. This is the vape, which is what she's using already right now.
God, you amateur.
I think I need to turn that off.
Yeah. And you carry all the individual, not just this packet, but each individual product in here you carry separately, or just the
We
packet?
will. We will. This is
Okay.
not something that we have in the store right now, but after this giveaway is definitely something that we want to
Yeah, I
carry,
tried
especially from my personal experience with it.
I tried the 1,000 milligram vape additive that he has, the vape liquid.
That's what she
phenomenal.
just used with the injector thing?
Was it 1,000?
I think it's 1,000.
Because it would be the same that she has right
Yeah.
Is it?
now. Oh, it's 500.
It's 500?
500.
Oh, then it's just even better then.
Yeah, even better.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't have to use so much.
This would be the MCT oil, a medium chain triglycerides,
Nice.
which is supposed to be, or from what we just read in that booklet, the fastest, our most effective delivery liquid
So,
that you can use.
quick question.
Sure.
I have a friend at work who has a relative that has debilitating seizures.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you would say?
Obviously,
Since it's the fastest acting?
right. I can't. I'm not a doctor, so I
right.
can't. I can recommend.
Right.
I would for things like that, and from the research that I've done,
Mm-hmm.
and Charlotte's Web even says this. Anything that's full spectrum, as long as you can, as long as the product is backed by third-party lab results, as long as it is full spectrum CBD, it can be used for that. Yeah.
Wow.
And you also
Good
carry the
news.
Charlotte's
This stuff's
Web.
pretty strong, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
So
we
he's
do
got the
carry
Charlotte's Web.
I've been taking the Charlotte's Web for the past month.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that you'll be pleasantly.
Are you
pleased.
epileptic?
no.
Okay.
I'm not.
You'll be pleasantly pleased by, or pleasantly surprised how pleasing this is to the palate, and I think that if you've been taking Charlotte's Web, this is probably going to be on par with that.
I would, yeah, I haven't tried Charlotte's Web, but that is
If not a little bit better, because
Super
you're taking
quality
a lower
product.
dosage, I think.
I actually brought my bottle with me.
Did you?
Yeah, just for this.
nice.
I didn't know if I needed to talk about
What it is you've
products
been
I-
taking?
Well, because he
Sure.
said that we were going to be talking about my experience, so I've been taking this.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes. So you use
And
the
then
Everyday
this-
Plus.
And then this is what I've been vaping with, is that Diamond CBD. Which I told you, like, I was down to my
Right.
last little bit. That's why I'm so
That's
happy.
a vape additive also?
No, this is the olive oil. So
okay.
you take 2 droppers a day, or I do it in the
Straight
morning.
in your mouth, just your-
I try to do it like straight to the back of my throat, but
I like bad cough medicine.
Charlotte's Web.
it's olive oil. So it was kind of bad the first couple days, but it got better over the month.
Just get
I
used
don't.
to it.
Yes,
So
it's
for
not.
for the viewers out there, so this is the actual Charlotte's
Yes.
Web product
Yes.
put into an olive oil, full spectrum CBD. So this is the same thing you saw on CNN with Dr. Sanjay Gupta
Yes.
when they did the weed program, weed, and then they came up with a second one, weed 2, the second one. But this is the actual Charlotte's Web product, which was designed.
Hemp only Charlotte's Web though, because their original strain that they made was from cannabis.
Right.
And this is from industrial.
But I mean, literally, it was just brothers in Colorado trying to help
A little girl.
specifically people with epilepsy.
The Stanley
Correct.
brothers.
The Stanley brothers. yeah.
Right.
And it's actually a whole family. I think there's like 8 of them.
Nice.
This is their hemp only version of the same thing that they made for the little girl Charlotte Figgy. They used to have all those seizures.
And a little bit of
amazing.
sidetrack, but so basically, the reason it's legal in Florida right now, or actually, is it all 50 states?
All 50 states, yeah.
Is because it has to come from a hemp plant and not a marijuana plant.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
the
just
DEA just came out with a statement that said that because there was a lot of confusion saying that, if CBD is coming from even the industrial hemp plant, it's labeled as a Schedule 1 substance because it has THC in it. But that's not true because under that act, anything with under 0.3% THC is legal for interstate commerce.
But just
and used
to
in any
clarify,
state.
so a hemp plant is not the male marijuana
It
plant.
is the male.
It is the male
because it's the cousin to because they're both cannabis sativa L. But the male does not flower, so it does not produce high amounts of
Yeah, the
THC.
female flowers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. I mean, what a crazy package.
Yes, I'm
That's dope.
extremely excited.
$400
I'm
worth.
stupid jealous.
It's going to keep me set for a few months.
So everyone, hemp lucid, and it even comes with this crazy. I mean, it's like buying a car. I mean, it's like a little manual with all the different. It's crazy.
It's
I'm really
information
excited
rich.
about this body butter too. I have a bad shoulder and a bad knee.
I used it on my hand.
I got a bad knee as well. I wanted to try that pain cream you got for my knee, but that vape additive works just wonderfully.
I have 2 other, and I have some of that, and I also have another one that just came in that you're more than welcome to try if you ever have
So that
if you have pain going on, just let me know. And,
Oh, like
that's going to be like a sports cream.
yeah.
like what happened last night. See, since I have to deal with 200-300 cases of beer at a time, and taking. Oh yeah, do my job for a day.
You just pick it up and lift it all over.
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah.
So
One finger.
I had a pallet jack that was
Is it working
crappy and
pretty
cruddy,
well in
and
that
you
vape?
really had to pull it, and there was beer stacked up. So I had my arms back like this, pulling the pallet jack. And when I got home and I was about to go to bed, right here on my leg was just throbbing, and it was forever for me to sleep. So I puffed on this for about an hour, knocked me out. I couldn't feel it anymore. It took away the pain.
And you
Wait,
don't.
what were you puffing on? The vape additive?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the difference between CBD and pharmaceutical crap is you don't have constipation or grow a third
You're not
eyeball on
groggy.
your
You're
forehead.
not pissed all the time. You
I
don't
haven't
feel like
had
shit the next day.
constipation yet.
Yeah, you don't have to have 17,000 in fine print side effects to any of this.
Right.
That's the beauty of it, really.
Yeah.
Mother Nature does it right.
It does. It does. I think that one of the only side effects that they've labeled with THC rich CBD stuff or medical marijuana is anxiety and paranoia. It's going to cause that
With sativa.
Yeah, right.
Specifically.
right. Specifically the sativa.
Yeah. See,
strain.
and that's me.
But
I
I
don't
mean-
really care for sativa on like regular marijuana. I had my regular medical marijuana card in California.
Junior.
I had one in Colorado.
Yeah, and so I mean, I just couldn't do the sativas. I like indica. I
like
want something
sativas.
at the end of the day. I'm not a wake and bake. Let me go to the mall jacked up on. That's just not me.
No, man. That's how I am. I want to feel good and function.
Yeah.
I don't want to get knocked out.
At the end of my day, take the edge off, anxiety or stress or whatever. Take a good indica and go nighty night time. That's for me
Nighty-night time.
personally. But
Didn't you come in and buy another one of the shots the other day?
no, I got the gummies
Oh, okay.
and I liked them.
Okay,
I did too,
good,
because
good.
I hadn't seen you really since I got those gummies, and I liked them too.
Did you?
Yes, the first day I took 2, and then I did 1 after that. But yeah, I took the edge off everything, especially going to work.
I mean, the energy shot I split, and then
Should've taken the whole thing,
the
bro.
big drink I split.
It's a wonderful
I
thing.
did.
Yeah.
But the gummies I ate all by myself and just
All in one sitting?
yeah.
Oh man, see,
No wonder it worked.
I learned my lesson from your story, so I didn't do that.
Yeah, I ate them. I mean, it was fine. I mean, I felt borderline trippy, like maybe like mushrooms, like I had some shrooms or
Maybe you
something.
took 3
a little
hits of
bit.
the vape additive.
Maybe, yeah, similar.
3 big ass
But I
hits.
slept
Yeah.
like a baby. I mean, I had crazy lucid dreams, but I slept like
Wow.
a baby.
That's what I've been noticing lately.
You've been having lucid
I've been having lucid dreams way more frequently than I used to. It's weird. Like when I had the shot, lucid dream. Yeah, and it knocks you the fuck out.
Funny how our brains work. I had a weird dream last night about an old restaurant owner that I used to work with. Nothing negative, He and I have never. Or the dream was he and I have never had any kind of like.
Oh, is this a homoerotic story?
No, it had to do with.
Sean got excited.
I super did.
I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it was strange, Like we
Sean's
had
favorite
beef with
movie
each
is
other.
Troy.
We had beef with each other in the dream, and it was silly and weird. I'm just rambling.
I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, we went into the restaurant, we ordered some burritos, and then we started docking. And I was just,
Oh no! There were guns and all kinds of stuff. It was really.
yeah, I bet there were
strange.
guns.
His
Yeah.
wife.
I'm sorry.
And Sean, a little sidetrack is Sean and I are partaking in Hibiki by Suntory, and it's literally called Japanese Harmony. That's the whiskey. It's pretty delicious.
Smells
actually.
like roses.
It smells like roses. Oh,
Yes.
Do you want to get into this little pamphlet? What's coming up? Exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. So
Biggity
we have been working together with a company called Certified Marijuana Doctors, and they're based out of Dade County, or Miami Beach.
Way out there.
Yeah, they have 3 locations: Miami Beach, Dade County, and Broward County. And they also have, they have 4 locations, and their 4th location is in Ocala.
Oh, okay.
And the guy, did you come in the other day when the guy was here?
I missed him by an hour.
So basically, we half of our retail space in the back is going to be used to host their doctor or their doctor's office, to where people can come in here and actually get. I don't know if prescribed is the right word for
Yeah.
their medical marijuana card.
Yeah.
So
So
and
those
that's
of
not
you
going to
who-
start till next month.
Those of you who don't know, Florida finally approved medical marijuana, and so it's slowly getting off the ground. All the old redneck white dudes that are in their 70s, Bible Belt guys, are trying to cock block it the best they can.
Y'all smoking that Maui Wowie?
Times have changed.
But John Morgan's doing a pretty good job about standing up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Exactly.
love his commercials.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen one. I don't have TV.
I hear him on the radio all the time. Morgan and Morgan. You never heard it?
Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan.
No, I actually don't listen to
Marijuana.
the radio either.
Yeah.
I don't listen to the radio. I don't watch TV
Dude,
either.
I listen to Lex and
Yeah.
Terry like
You
a
said that you just do the
motherfucker.
YouTube thing, right?
Yeah,
I do Netflix.
I do YouTube,
Yeah, I do Netflix.
and then
Amazon.
Hulu, and then like if I listen to the radio, it's NPR. I don't listen to any, because I mean, if I listen to the radio other than NPR, because I know what I'm listening for, but if I listen to the radio, I'm expecting to hear music, not weird talk shows. I mean, that to me seems like it should be on like AM radio.
Don't you
or
talk
something.
shit about Lex and Terry.
So those quacks.
you.
So I want to hear music. I want to
Yeah.
hear music. You
Yeah.
know? I think it's ridiculous.
I also used to like
the best shit
Howard
ever,
Stern,
man. It's pretty much Howard Stern,
Yeah.
just without the boobies. Yeah.
Damn, I just got off track.
Congratulations,
Morgan.
welcome to my world.
Yeah, well, he just recently, after everything passed, he sued the state of Florida for to change some of the verbiage in the bill because it was going to take somebody 6 months to get their medical marijuana card.
Yeah, because the
And he
Republicans
basically
were cock
said-
blocking it.
Yeah.
If people are going to, if people with terminal illnesses,
Yeah, they don't have 6 months.
Yeah, they don't have 6 months.
Oh,
yeah.
We want to be able to treat them now.
Yeah.
So there has to be a plan in place to do that. And he sued the state of
here's-
Florida and won.
I don't know if you know the history of this, but it passed this past time by what they call quorum. Okay, so before that, a standard act like this in the Supreme Court or the congressional situation in the Florida state capitol is generally you need 51%, right?
Right.
So if you propose a bill or a change or an amendment or anything in the state of Florida, you need 51%.
And that's just in legislation?
Right.
Okay.
So 51% and it passes.
Yeah, us voters, we need supermajority, right?
Well, here's what happened. In all cases, just about, every other legislation passed with 51%. But when this got proposed and enough citizens pushed it and said, make a vote and force their congressman to vote, right? They changed this to need a quorum, which is 61%.
61%, yeah.
And the funny thing is, they only needed a normal legislation needed 51, and it passed with like 60. So it was literally 1% short last year.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was 58, wasn't it?
Or was it?
'Cause
Okay, it was
because I
58.
voted.
Like
I
58,
remember that
59.
shit.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah. Okay. So 2% short
Yep,
of the
2%.
quorum.
Yep.
When really, if you would think about it, it should have only been 51 to begin with,
Yeah.
and it would have passed last year.
Yeah.
So then this year, they I guess this guy Morgan.
He
Pushed
he's
it
been-
again.
He's been going to Tallahassee and everything. The only bad thing about the new bill is you can't smoke it, which that is.
It's pills, and you can't vaporize it either, can you?
You can vape it, you
Okay.
can eat it, you can use topicals, you just can't burn it, which that's one of the best ways to do it for some people.
Sure.
Yeah,
Well, they're
I don't-
doing that so that if they can still justify showing up at your house with a SWAT team to kill your dog and take all your possessions because you're burning a plant that grows naturally that has no side effects.
Well, their
I got a
argu-
pullover
their-
story about yesterday. that
Their
I'll mention
argument
later.
is when you burn it, they say that it's
Carcinogens.
yeah, it's causing problems in
okay,
your,
then
your
ban
lungs,
ban
so-
tobacco.
Thank you. I say the same thing.
Because
Totally no
well,
medical
people have
use.
said-
I've been killing myself for 6 years with tobacco.
People have been saying the same thing about alcohol for years,
Yeah, liver.
I mean, look at alcohol and look at what it does to people's bodies.
And depression, suicide.
I posted
There's Never mind. Go ahead.
I posted
There's
a
no
meme,
link
and
to
it was a throwback to Woodstock, and it had a big picture of Woodstock in the meme, and it said something like, 400,000 people partied for an entire weekend, and no one got beat up in a fight.
Yeah, only one
Because they're all
person-
smoking weed.
Well, only one person died,
Everybody
and that
was
was
happy.
because he fell asleep underneath a bulldozer and got ran over. It wasn't ever like drug related
deserved
or
it,
anything.
then.
I watched I love that era, so I've watched plenty of Woodstock documentaries and everything. But yeah, there's only one documented death, and it was by accident.
And it was like,
So
what,
it wasn't
400,000
even-
people or something like that?
He won a Darwin Award.
That totally off topic, but that brings up this thing that's been that's all over social media right now. Those 5 kids that were laughing at that guy that was
Oh
drowning,
my gosh, yeah.
and then
I missed
everybody's
that. I saw a little blip.
I didn't even
everybody's
see
saying
that.
that they need to be prosecuted for not doing something, blah 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 blah. And then these kids, these millennials, are coming in saying that it wasn't their fault. Why should they be prosecuted for anything? Okay, you're right, and I understand your stance. The thing is that we have the Good Samaritan law and this other thing that's called duty to rescue.
That protects you.
Regardless of whether or not they actually physically jumped in that water, which the majority of people would not unless they had training.
But
they
don't
did
laugh.
not call the cops.
Yeah, but don't laugh.
They
either.
recorded it and laughed about it.
Yeah,
I
at
couldn't
least
even bring
be
myself to watch it,
respectful
but I
about
read
it.
the story.
Like,
That's
I will
similar-
resuscitate somebody.
That's similar to
Right.
the situation with the kids that grabbed the little baby dolphin on the beach and were riding it, taking pictures.
Oh my God! No,
Yeah,
I've
a
never
baby
seen that.
dolphin washed up on the beach. This was in Florida. Washed, of course. We always get the good press.
Right. This was in Florida too.
Yeah,
All the meth.
There you go. So, a baby dolphin washed up on the beach, and a bunch of kids, millennials, sorry, Sean,
fuck
washed up on the beach, and they wanted to FaceTime this dolphin, and so they were getting on it, riding it like a horse, and joking, and ended up killing it.
Oh, I would have saved that dolphin and then rode it. You know, like Free Willy,
Saved
that
it, became
dolphin.
friends with it and said,
Yeah, like you
Ron
bonded
Burgundy.
Yeah.
by saving the dolphin, and then you grab his fin, and then you guys sail off.
I think he's having a lucid dream right now.
"Who, me?
It'd be like Waterworld, but with a dolphin.
Yeah, you need to vape a little bit more."
Yeah, something.
A little bit.
What I did today, and the reason I'm a little goofy, is I went. Pensacola has cryotherapy now. So not only do we have float centers, thank you, finally, but we also have chill cryotherapy. So I got in like 200 below zero something for 3 minutes, and if you haven't done that yet, it's like drinking 12 cups of coffee.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
try
like
that.
giddy.
Yeah.
And I think it has to do because supposedly the cryotherapy gets rid of all your inflammation, and most of what ails humanity is inflammation of some sort. You know, that's the big thing with GMOs and issues with crap that's in our food. Is it a lot of your response is inflammation.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
because it's you're having an allergic reaction to
Yeah.
all these weird additives that's in the food.
Sure.
And that's supposedly what caused Crohn's and irritable bowel syndrome and all this other crazy crap. So anyway, the theory behind the cryotherapy is, cold affects inflammation. And I don't know what it did, like biologically, scientifically, but I feel great. I feel goofy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, I guess it kind of makes me, when you first mentioned it, this might sound really silly, but my room, when I go in there to lay down or watch TV and relax, we have central air conditioning,
Yeah.
but I have a huge window unit that I turned on because it has to be freezing in my
I
room.
used to do
For
the
you to
exact
relax.
same
And
thing.
it just relaxes the crap out
Yeah,
of me.
Yeah.
I can only sleep when I'm freezing
That's my
cold.
happy place.
Yeah.
Right? I used to have the same exact setup. We had central heating, central air in our old house in East Hill, and then I had a window unit. So I'd put that on like 59, and then my house would be like 72, so my room would be like below freezing.
I thought it was bad. We keep it on like 67 or 68.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
At
wow.
night.
Yeah, I keep my whole house at
71 during the
67.
day, but
I can't sleep
I put it
if
on
it's hot.
69 in here and everybody freaks out.
Yeah, if it's hot, I can't sleep. I run hot anyway.
Well,
so.
it's just that room over there, dude. It's just cold as
This
hell.
one's starting to get cold too.
No, that
Over
one's
here.
bearable though. That one you're just getting blasted with cold air constantly in just one spot.
In that one spot.
Yeah, in one spot. Oh, so I have a story to tell. So
That's a story.
I've never in
Never
my
have I
years,
ever.
never have I ever in my years of driving have I ever dealt with an unruly cop. So I got pulled over.
Welcome to 99% of America. you
Yay!
idiot Fuck.
So I was leaving work I was leaving an account, and I was going home to get something to eat, and I was heading down my road, just listening to radio shows, and I see a cop coming. I was like, okay, that's unusual. And then I see him, no blinker,
Of course.
turn around.
He is the law.
Got that close to me.
Yeah. Which is dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, it pissed me off royally. So I was going, actually about...
You didn't brake check him?
I should have. I was going...
No fault state, Florida.
Yeah. I was going about 2 under the speed limit. But the street before my house, he pulled me over. So I pulled in. I do this with everything. I turn my car off, put my keys on the dash, I get my thing out just to make the stop quicker.
Don't do that.
Yeah, why? Make it quicker.
Just because.
So he comes in, and I was like, hey, is there any reason why you had to ride my ass to pull me over?
Good for you.
And he's like, I was reading your license plate. And I was like, that's a shit excuse. So he...
Because they got
Doesn't he have to have
scanners
probable
now.
cause to read your license plate too? Like, doesn't he have
Yeah.
to give you a reason
Yes.
to do that?
Yeah.
Well, technically, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So he was like, do you have your license? And I was like, yeah, here. He's like, is your current address? I was like, no. He's like, where do you live now? I was like, couple of streets down. He's like, okay, when did you move there? I was like, about less than a year. He was like, oh, that's her ticket.
You're supposed to go 30
Yeah.
days. Yeah, he's just fishing.
So he was like, do you know why I pulled you over? I was like, I have no clue. And he was like, because your windows are too dark. I was like, okay.
I've been pulled over.
I've never been pulled over for that. And my windows are barely, almost limo tint. And so meanwhile, he does have his hand on his gun the whole time. So he literally asked me this: do you have any weapons, drugs, or bombs in this car? Never been asked that.
Well, see, they do that in the military too. Because,
Oh, yeah, that I know.
Because they're trying to make you laugh or see if you're, hiding
Well, that's what I
anything.
did. I laughed.
Of course not.
Yeah.
No, I don't have an RPG in my trunk.
Yeah, he was like, bombs. I was like, what the fuck, bombs? And he was like,
That's a normal
He was like,
reaction.
Right.
you mind if I check? I was like, go the fuck right ahead.
No, fuck no, you can't check. Fuck
Go
you.
the fuck right ahead.
You're not in fucking Baghdad.
Why?
This
If
is
I
America.
if I say go the fuck right ahead in confidence,
No, because here's
the majority
issue.
of the time they will never check.
But here's the issue: is you're eroding other people's civil liberties. This is not a police state. And so what happens is all the sheeple in America give in to the cops. For instance, I used to drive
I'm not
back
going to
and
go
forth.
into a battle with a cop.
No,
That's a waste of my time.
All you have to literally do is tell them no, get a warrant. And that's your right. He cannot search without a warrant or probable cause.
Well, yeah. So anyway,
But no one knows that, and everyone doesn't stand up for their rights, so that they keep pushing that. They keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and taking away more and more shit.
he literally dips out, walks backwards like this to his car.
Because you got tinted windows. You could
Because
be a
I'm about to,
terrorist.
yeah.
I mean, you do look shady.
As fuck. So he
It's
runs
that
my
half
shit.
Indian. He's
That
half
car,
Indian.
too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's my fucking Hyundai. So,
It's a Honda.
Looks like a
Hyundai.
dealer's car.
so no, it doesn't. My car is beastly as fuck. Get out of here.
No Honda is beastly. Sorry.
Not the four banger Honda. The V6 is pretty dope though. I don't have that. So he runs my shit, comes back. He has a tint checker, slaps it on my window, and I know it's gonna read.
Did
50.
you ask him if he had legal tint?
That's what I'm getting to.
You can't ask a police officer that. You know that.
Yes, you can ask
just
him whatever
saying.
the fuck I want. He's a person.
Oh no, I get that. Oh, I get that. They don't.
Yes,
They're
I don't give a shit. They're not
on
above
a
me.
Whole new level.
Yeah.
Apparently,
They're not
I
my
am
boss.
So indifferent
Because
about
we
cops.
let them. We let them.
Yeah, but then and now I'm starting to get fearful for them. Nobody wants to be a cop anymore, or at least the
Good.
good ones don't.
You shouldn't
wanna,
have been an asshole.
Well, no, the good ones don't want to be cops anymore.
Right.
The assholes want to be cops because now they can get away with shooting people. I mean, look at the Australian. I'm sorry for busting in like that. The Australian lady that just got shot.
that
Anybody
tried
else
to
would be in
report
jail right now.
yeah, she tried to report a rape and got shot and killed.
Yep.
Now what about Baltimore? The dude had his body cam on and he didn't know it. And
drugs didn't
her
plant it?
situation is both cops coincidentally when they showed up on scene turned their body cams off. As they show up to a call, turn them off. The guy in Baltimore had his on, probably thought he turned it off, planted drugs on people.
Yep, I saw it.
They started investigating. There's 160 other cases of planting drugs that have
Well,
been
when you turn your
verified.
body-
That same guy. Now they
But here's the
are the
problem.
group of
What
men.
happens?
Nothing. That's what
Nothing
I was
will
about
ever
to say.
happen.
That guy is still free.
Yeah.
If it was a civilian, he would be incarcerated right now.
Under investigations, they get paid leave. Mm-hmm. So I'm supposed to be, according to the Constitution, I'm innocent until proven guilty. You were innocent until proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. But that's not how they treat us.
No.
They treat us guilty until proven
So that's
innocent.
what I'm getting to. He treated me like a criminal. He slapped that tint checker on my window. I know it's going to read 15, but I'm playing stupid. Mm-hmm. So it reads 15, and then
it's legal.
No, 15 is not legal.
I think it's like 10 or 11
New
in Florida.
28 in Florida. Front two windows have to be 28%. So, yeah, it's retarded. So he starts tapping on my glass like that. And I'm like, dude, you need to fucking stop. And I was like, by the way, your windows are not 28. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. His back window, because
There's no way.
I owned a police interceptor. The front two windows are 20. The back two windows are 15. And the back window's 5.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
It's black.
It's
Oh, right, yeah,
It's
the lower,
opaque.
yeah, sorry,
yeah.
the lower
I mean,
goes the darker it
in
gets.
Pensacola, in Florida, your back window can be as dark as you want.
But yours was legal.
Mine was not. Mine's
it's
super
not
not
legal.
legal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
So you got so you got a ticket for
No, but he did tell me how much the ticket was, which I fucking think it's blasphemy. It's $114 per window, and they can charge you for
Per window?
Per window. The front two, and the back two.
Here's the problem I've got with modern day American law enforcement is they're not law enforcement. They're tax collectors is what they are.
Where does that fucking
All
money
they're
go?
doing is collecting money.
That's a $600 ticket.
Every time they pull someone over, it's a money offense. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would like someone to do a study and say what percentage, if you've got, let's say just round numbers, 100 cops in Pensacola, what percentage of cops work on violent crime or victim crime? And what percentage work on victimless crime? In other words, speeding tickets, tinted windows, whatever. I would like to see numbers on how many hours per week they spend on collecting dough and how many hours they actually spend on preventing crime or dealing with crime.
Right.
I guarantee you it's 70% or higher collecting money.
Oh, yeah.
It's an extra tax. And we just lay down and let them. Here's an example. I moved to California in 2010, and I had the Challenger. I had an SRT8 Challenger in Birmingham, and I was going to take it out to California with me from Pensacola to California. I-10 runs the whole way. I didn't know anything. I hadn't been out west. I've never driven out west. I always flew. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything about these checkpoint things. Mm-hmm. So I loaded up all my shit. And I had guns, and I've got unregistered guns, and I'm not going to register them. It's my legal right not to register my guns.
Mine's not registered.
I mean, call me paranoid, call me a doomsday prepper, whatever you want to call me. But I don't. I bought them from an individual. Mm-hmm. They're mine. That's my legal right. So I had obviously guns, and supposedly every state is different. Now, California, what I'm supposed to do is take them to the nearest gun store the minute I cross the state line. Yeah. I've got like 24 hours to take my guns to a gun store, turn them over to a stranger that I don't know, run the FBI background check, and however long that takes, get them back maybe sometime. Mm-hmm. And pay for all this just because I crossed an imaginary invisible line on the ground.
And you have to pay per weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do have one registered weapon.
Everybody's going to do that.
But that's not the issue. So I'm driving down I-10. And I go through Texas. I'm on the western edge of Texas. And the little truck weigh stations? Mm-hmm. They put up concrete barriers in the middle of I-10 and force everyone through what looks like a trucker weigh station. And I thought it was odd. I'm like, what the hell is this? I pull over, and it's 100% check. And they lean in the window, and they go, are you a U.S. citizen? Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at the dude like the bomb question. I'm like,
oh, thank you. No, sir, I'm not a U.S. citizen.
There's like 40 cops. There's state troopers there. They built this big overhang. There's lights. There's AC. There's generators. Who knows how much they spent on that one checkpoint. Mm-hmm. And they're checking 100% U.S. citizens. Here's the problem I have with this. No one knows their right. Fourth Amendment, illegal search and seizure.
The funny thing is you can just say yes or no and be gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no one does that. People do like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to cause any scene with the cops, so I'm just going to, fuck that. That whole operation is illegal, and you're using tax dollars. You're taking my money to do something illegal. You're basically stealing from me, and you're hoping that I'm not going to catch you. And guess what? 99% of America says, well, if you're not guilty, then you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Well, to me, that's that Republican side of it, to where they want the
Fuck that.
illegals out. So that's why they do it and turn a blind eye to it.
Well, here's the issue is, so there was one in Texas when I crossed over from Texas to, I guess that's what, Arizona? Or is that New Mexico? I forget.
Arizona.
No, it's New Mexico and then Arizona.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was one at the border of Texas and New Mexico, one at New Mexico and Arizona, and one at California. So I crossed 3 of those on the way. Now, fast forward a year, I had a different car. I'm coming to my niece's wedding, and I drive back. I hit 1 in California state line. I hit 3 in Arizona, 3 in New Mexico, and 4 in Texas. Again, here's my issue with this. You're taking my tax dollars. I'm paying taxes. I don't even know what the fuck you're spending my money on. I know you're not paving the roads. I know you're not buying health care for everyone, right? Here's the whole health care. We can't afford health care for everyone. It's too expensive. You're building these checkpoints at who knows how many millions of dollars per checkpoint, and you're throwing them up left and right to check for. You've got a border. And you've got ICE agents.
This is his hot button, if you didn't know.
Oh, it pisses me off, man. So it gets better. So 2 years after that, I'm moving back. So I'm loading up my car, and I'm like, I'm not going through this again. I know I've got the guns, and I may or may not have brought something from California back that I was legally allowed to possess in California. May or may not have brought anything back. So I'm not going to go the same route. So I called my nephew and
They're
I'm
going
like,
to find you now.
yo, dude, this was years ago. So, statute of limitations. This was in 1974. So I'm coming back down I-10.
We go back in time?
I'm not going to go back down I-10, right? So I'm going to go north, and I plot a different route. So I go up to Gila National Forest, which is on the border of Arizona, New Mexico, and Nevada. I'm 600-700 miles from the border. Okay. And I'm thinking I'm scot-free, right? And I go by White Sands Missile Range. That's how far up I am by this place there's literally a town called Truth or Consequences. I took pictures. The name of the town is called Truth or Consequences. And I'm by Roswell. So I'm driving, my Navi stops. Here's the craziest thing.
Where are you from? Truth or Consequences.
Here's the crazy thing. My Navi stops. I can understand that. I'm right by Roswell, right? So Navi goes out. It doesn't work. No cell phone signal. I'm not surprised. But literally, my car tells me I have no disc in my CD changer. I hit eject. The disc comes out. I put it back in. It says no discs. What? Whatever kind of crazy scrambling shit they got up around Roswell, it's hardcore. It's real.
Yeah.
So as I'm driving, I'm hauling ass. I'm on a regular highway. I'm not even on an interstate. I'm on a regular highway, 600-700 miles from the border. Guess what I run into? A border check.
Yeah.
600 or 700 miles inland. This is Hitler shit, dude. Do I have to carry my papers? Hi, Hitler. Fuck y'all
Everywhere
people.
you go.
I hate it, man. Since then, they've torn them down because YouTube was making fun of people that knew their rights. The people would go, hey, are you a U.S. citizen? And the guy would be like, no. And yeah, probably. And they would call a supervisor or they would call a state trooper. And the state trooper would come over and ask him to pull over to the search secondary inspection.
Fuck
and they'd be
state
for
troopers,
what?
man.
And the state trooper, once you push them, they know it's illegal. And here's the issue. It's not just illegal. It's unconstitutional.
It is.
I mean, it goes back to like the original law. It supersedes state law, county ordinance, whatever. It's way illegal. It's like illegal squared. But they're still doing it, and they're using taxpayers, money to buy it. That shit pisses me off. That was my rant. Sorry.
There you go.
Well, now that everybody else can talk now.
Sorry. I blame the cryotherapy. It's like drinking
You're
15.
on point.
It's like 15 cups of
You
coffee.
okay?
Oh, I've been sitting here because, I
Oh,
haven't
hit.
Yeah, I just got the...
Now you're on a roller coaster.
It's like shrooms.
I hit the
This,
fuck
I
out
like
of that
it.
shit, dude.
It has less of a taste than the other one.
It
the
does.
The other one tastes like gummy bears to me, but this actually just tastes like nothing.
Really?
You know,
it
it's-
tastes really earthy to me when I put
I like
it
the
in here.
hempy taste.
Do
I
you?
want it to taste
that
like
one's got
hemp.
a hempy taste.
Yeah.
To me.
You burn it how many
higher.
watts?
30
These
to
are
40.
Like 15, right?
Yeah. So you're not right.
Now, did you vape before this?
No.
Okay, so you're not a smoker. You're a non-smoker. Okay,
I'm a
me either.
Nicotine user. I don't
Right.
smoke cigarettes. So
That's it. This is what I like about this whole thing is it's one, it's against the pharmaceutical industry because I can't stand them because they're a bunch of crooks.
You work for one.
It's a natural. It's a natural kind of. It's a natural product, but also it's allowing people who are non-smokers to, participate. I guess.
Right.
well,
It's not geared just to smokers. Is what I'm
it's
saying.
funny. Go ahead.
I was just gonna tell him the Walmart story.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Walmart.
I hate Walmart.
The
The noise.
This is funny because we talked about Walmart our very last podcast.
fucking hate Walmart.
Well, I hate Walmart. It gives me terrible anxiety from driving into the parking lot to walking in the door. People going out the entrance. It gets me like, I just can't stand Walmart. So I was starting to have a panic attack. I guess it was about a month and a half ago now, and I had just got this. And like I just said, I only vape at 15, so preface this with that. I don't have a big bellow of smoke that comes out.
Right.
So I go into the bathroom and I vape, and it completely calms me down. And I was able to go back out hour in Walmart,
face the world.
an hour in Walmart, and I was completely fine, happy. Went through the checkout. Thing was out of bags, and because I go through the self-checkout, so I don't have to talk to anybody. So it was out of like receipt paper and bags and everything. My stuff went scanned, but it was okay. I didn't mind. I was just happy, So
your give a fuck meter was off.
Oh yeah. So that's another reason why I'm a waitress. So I love this thing because
You can deal with
back
people.
with what we were talking about earlier about the legality of it. If you can smoke or if you can vape there, you can vape this. So I vape at work, and it completely unruly customer. Yeah. I'm okay now.
I can't.
So question, and this we get a little weird on. I mean, three philosophers, we philosophize. So
Turned off.
this anxiety. So I mean,
I didn't grab your butt.
I don't remember people talking. Let's say out in middle school, I don't remember. And you and I are close to the same age.
Close enough. Yeah.
Close enough.
I think so.
I don't remember in middle school a couple things. When I grew up, especially like elementary school, middle
I don't
school.
remember middle school at all.
Well,
Text Brett too.
one is we didn't have autism wasn't a thing when I was in, let's say, elementary school, middle school. I don't remember anyone being autistic that we knew of.
Because they
There
didn't
was
want to
Down.
tell you.
Well, but there was Down syndrome. There were different things.
Yeah,
I think
it was
autism.
Down. I remember Down syndrome.
I think
everybody had.
I think
Down syndrome.
autism is a relatively new thing, and that's another. I think it's caused by maybe stuff in our food or something. But the other thing is, I don't remember people with anxiety issues. Really, I mean, really. I mean, adults, and even when I was in high school, I didn't hear people talk about anxiety a lot. And it's funny you mentioned about the Walmart thing and anxiety. Now it's like literally, if you talk to 5 people, 4 of them probably have had an issue with anxiety.
Yeah,
That's got to be new. No one wants to address it. No one wants to say it's new, because if you admit it, then you have to deal with it. You have to deal with the cause. So what's causing it? So people just turn their blinders on, and it's like, well, it's just how things are.
Yeah.
I hate that fucking just how things are. But I mean, how long? I'm not going to talk about your age, but how long have you had anxiety? I mean, is this a new thing?
Oh no. I am actually diagnosed bipolar type 2.
Okay.
So, which there's a bunch of different kinds. So, but mine, I'm more actually depressed than manic. So, and my depression lasts a lot longer. So, you always hear the roller coaster with everything.
So your downside
my
is longer.
downside is like, keeps
not a
just
lot of
going.
manic.
Not a lot of mania. But my anxiety, on the other hand, that is like my mania. That's where it like breaks out. So as far as the anxiety, as long as I can remember.
Okay.
Like
That blows my theory.
But
It just feels like it's a new thing to me.
But I'm 28. I'll be 29 next month.
Okay.
So yeah.
It just seems like more and more people, and my argument is it's us pulling away from kind of the natural order, the way things
Well, see,
are.
and that's why I have been on some sort of medication, mood stabilizer, anxiety medication, anything since 12 or 13, and nothing has ever worked. Hi.
Oh, you guys are actually doing it right now?
Yeah.
Chris doesn't know how to inform people properly.
So that's why I got so excited about this, because I've actually just been trying to manage it on my own, because I feel like I have treatment resistant. Like, I've never found a combination of drugs that work for me, but this has taken me off of Xanax or Klonopin, anything. Like, I'm not on any type of medication, and I'm actually pretty level.
Like, that's funny that you say that too, because the guy, I mean, you met Brett.
Yeah, I've talked to him.
He deals with the same condition, and it's
We've
actually helped him out.
Yes.
Severely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
he was there. The last time I saw him was when I got the Charlotte's Web a month ago.
oh no.
So
Okay.
yeah, we have a lot of the same symptoms and everything,
Yeah.
and it helps him a lot.
That's
too,
what just
that he was
reminded
saying
me
to
about that. Like, it's the same thing that what he tells me.
And
Yeah.
without the side effects.
Yeah, and he's been smoking on it, religiously, and
Yes.
it's helped him
Yeah.
quite a lot, which blows my mind because nothing's ever helped him.
Well,
Yeah,
the
see, that's why I love, and I have to know everything before I try anything. I'm like, I'll read this book before I try something.
Right.
It's all fair.
I don't know. I researched it for so long, and then I would drive up here for work, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, I gotta go. And of course, I went on the website first, but came in here and talked to Chris. And
So during your research, what do you find
I'm gonna go tinkles.
mostly what you get in the research? I mean, is it all positive? Is some of
Yes.
it negative? Is some
I haven't really found, the only negative thing I found is if it doesn't work for somebody, really.
right?
But it is, well, you were talking about earlier about the amino acid and everything. It has to build up in your body.
Right.
So you can't
Expect
take
the first
it.
day.
Yeah. So now, granted, the first time I vaped this, my 5 little hits that you do, instant. But with the Charlotte's Web, I started noticing a difference probably within a week or two. I was crying like, oh my gosh, like 5-6 times a day. Now it's like maybe once a week. So, that's...
These prescriptions, do they? Once
don't
you
know.
start getting off the prescriptions, they don't like call
No,
you or
well, actually, I have been off all my prescriptions for a year and a half, 2 years now. That's why I was saying, like, I've been trying to just battle it out, white knuckle it myself, because I do not like the benzos. I was an office manager a couple of years ago, and it was just, the dose was just too much. Like, you can't
They
function.
zombie you.
Yeah, you can't function. And that's exactly what I would tell my my doctors was, I don't like
and they don't hear that.
not having any emotion.
They don't like hearing that.
I have too much emotions,
Yeah.
but it's better than none.
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, the pharmaceuticals, I call them a lobotomy in a pill.
yes.
I mean, the old days, they physically went into your head and took a piece of your brain. And somehow that was science, and that was perfectly approved medical procedure. Now they've switched that to do it pharmautically. But they're doing the same thing.
Oh yes.
They're removing part of you.
Yes, I completely agree with that.
I mean, a normal person has ups and downs. I mean, the trick is to make sure they're not too much down and too much up.
That's right. And I could never find the right balance, but I told myself when I started this that I would try it for 3 months, but I'm a sold customer now. Like
Awesome.
I'll
Well, on
use
that
it for
note-
forever now.
Are we hitting the time?
We are hitting the time, and
right.
thank you for
Oh,
coming in.
well,
Yeah,
thank
it was
you
super
very much
awesome
for
having
having
you.
me.
And
Yeah.
congratulations
Yeah,
on this
for real.
crazy, I'm jealous gift pack.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
here.
super jealous.
$400 value.
I'm gonna have to steal it.
So at least the local Pensacola peeps, Ion CBD, look it up. Check out our links.
Yeah, New Warrington Road. Don't remember the address. It's
Yeah.
next to
And then
Peatmore.
even the non-local people, do the research. Look into CBDs if you're already on medications for stuff. I mean, we've just met so many people that swear by it, and
Yeah, it's awesome.
We've
It's fucking
visually, experienced it helping a lot of people that normally would be on pharmaceuticals. So, peace.